Hi, peace in everyone. So I want to do a video here. I never did a video here from the owl picture of my mom's sisters. Yeah, sure. My mom's sister's picture. I saw this picture as a little girl and they put it up. But I just want to do a video from this picture because it's like a memorial picture of where I found all the apple trees and a really beautiful butterfly over there over at that house in South Aberdeen. Um, but that's a beautiful picture. So I'm gonna go off to explain. Having my morning coffee here, and I'm still trying to wake up to the beautiful morning. It's gonna be hot later on in the 90s all week, and I noticed that some people are experiencing nighttime when it's my daylight time. I'm like, okay, it's kind of hard to deal with that, but I guess a lot of people don't get daylight time a lot as long as I do. So I guess people experience nighttime um, when it's my daylight. So I want to go off to explain also that if you are dealing with something, talk to a counselor. I can't help with everything, all your life's problems, etc. We have to talk to someone about the issues we are facing, especially when we're dealing with the post-pandemic era. So, with that, you want to also go off to explain this important thing right after the post-pandemic era is the fact that people will bring COVID back. With that problem, I hate the rigmarole of COVID, no COVID, COVID, all that stuff. That's kind of like a machine at the hospital that's beeping. um, so if you hear the beep, you don't have to keep saying COVID, no
Yes.
COVID, all that stuff after it's post-pandemic, then bring the pandemic back. Okay, so if you deal with the beeping machine nearby, especially when you walk into a hospital or something, kind of remember it's just a machine, and not everything we have to say is real. So a lot of people's imagination is junk, a bunch of junk at the junkyard. So if you're out there and you don't create anything brand new, it's at the junkyard already. If you're past in the past, or stuck in the past, or anything at all, that picture is from the 1970s. Um, that picture is actually what I kind of feel like all the time because I feel sleepy, I get tired. That picture has followed me everywhere I went. Whenever I'm home, that picture is up. I kind of do feel sleepy eyed a lot. I really do. I get tired a lot. Because that owl looks tired. It's like trying to stay up at nighttime and it like flies away whenever it gets back on the tree. But it's kind of like the spotted owl they had over back when I was a child in grade school. They made a big deal about the spotted owl. Well, there's a spotted owl right there. The spotted owl. We've had this picture up since I was a child, and we've had it in different rooms, and now we put it back in here because I'm in here. And the picture is actually a way to say that my mom's sister is still alive. So the picture has always looked the same. We never damaged it or anything. It's just a picture we always saw when we went to my mom's sister's house. And that's the picture we saw right in the living room, right when we walk in. That picture is right there. So that was a spotted owl back in the 1980s and 90s. And they made a huge deal about the spotted owl over in the newspapers because the spotted owl would be seen in the forest and it would like deal with a lot of problems with people cutting down the trees, especially when there's a timber industry in Washington State and United States of America and Canada they would cut down the trees and there would be no homes for the spotted owl. Uh, right there. I can't believe that picture made headlines without the picture being pictured on the newspaper. So, with Erica Bunch, my friend, my classmate in my class, put it as something in her 2 cents in the spotted owl case, and I found that the spotted owl was being eaten by something else in the forest before the trees could be cut down. So I don't know what animal that was, but we basically had to keep having paper, school paper. We had to keep still needing paperwork for our jobs and stuff like that, and to also assist in home building and other wood products that we need, like say we needed wood for a project, or say we need paper to print out some flyers to make money with, like. But nowadays we're like a paperless. We're not paperless. We're like um, electronically. We save paper these days, and how we save paper is we do things electronically to save paper and put them on electronic files, and also have a thumb drive to keep the files on in case we need to travel with our files. Um, not carrying a bunch of darn paper. So with that, I did do that before, but someone stole my thumb drive over at WorkSource in Aberdeen, Washington. So I never go to WorkSource for anything ever again. I never go there even for a job, especially when they're gonna steal all my files. So I never go there to WorkSource in Aberdeen, Washington. One of the persons saw my files and saw that I had thumb drive and like took my information. So with that, I believe they tried to create identity theft. They weren't successful at it because they kept signing up for identity theft protection ever since then, and beating on the witness protection program and everything like that. So if you're out there and you need witness protection services, especially after what you've been through a lot of people trying to hurt you in any shape, form, or fashion, even emotionally, mentally, or any inkling way, you gotta do something right in the butt of the inkling way, because the fact that many people don't know that the history here in Hoquiam, Washington, in the United States of America. So with that, we basically remember the spotted owl case. You know, all of Washington State remembers the spotted owl, and even does the United States, because we need paper for stuff. But we get paper from trees because the kids always see trees a lot, so we get paper and paperwork. But now we save paper because we need trees to breathe. We need trees to breathe, and also trees to have oxygen, and plants to have oxygen, because of the the ecosystem of um, the um, uh, atmosphere. So if you're out there, just get an airflow in your home so that when you do open the door, you know you can get oxygen in your home. Some people don't realize that you need to air out your home. Otherwise, you breathe up all the oxygen when you're asleep. And if you don't like open the window early in the morning or something, open the door, that you won't get enough oxygen in the house. And actually, if you don't cool it down in the house, people get hot and tired, fall asleep, and actually can have breathing problems, and also get by window and they can have a stroke. So if you're out there and you don't know how to handle the ecosystem of the fittest or anything, and you don't know your history of the planet or anything, or the how systems work and where we get our oxygen, learn about the stuff and the information I told you. I learned all mine in grade school. I learned all mine where I get information from the television, from Nickelodeon, the famous uh, TV network for kids. I watched Nickelodeon as a child, and we actually did believe in um, a lot of stuff to take care of the planet. So we did so as kids. So if you're out there and you don't know your own account of where you personally believe you get oxygen from, I have a pretty huge account. But the fact that many people do realize my account and actually don't realize that um, you can't be depending on another person for all your needs, especially when they don't have their own currency to exchange. So a lot of people did die during COVID, and a lot of people did die because they couldn't handle the truth of a lot of stuff. So basically, um, with that picture, we actually see that the spotted owl is actually still alive out there. It's just that the spotted owl had problems, and so we helped the spotted owl. And then the spotted owl got help, and then also we came up with a system where we go green and actually have our files electronically instead of everything on paper. And some people have a backup system; they have to have everything on paper, but didn't realize they had to carry everything that they had on paper with them. So we have everything on a thumb drive as much as possible. Um, so if you're going in public and you have a thumb drive, don't go to work stores or any public job place just to have your thumb drive stolen. And they all get your information, and so they share it with people on the laptop, and it's not cool. With that, I don't think I'll ever get my thumb drive back. I had a lot of information, which is my, but I have it on paper too. I know where I keep it, and so basically, I don't like people getting my information, especially when I had my ex-husband's resume on there, and I don't know where his resume is at because of the situation. People being hungry for other people's items, and because many people don't know that each person has their own account of where they get things, and also they don't know that each person's account is with their belongings that they have proof of, but each person sees something different at the grocery store or wherever they go out in the community. They have different ways, they have different products when they go out there. So when I go out there, I see my own products, but people like to enjoy going to my products when I physically show up. And the other people, when they go there, it's like, what is this? This is weird. It is weird because I did something for myself to help myself make money with the way people were being terrible in lockdown. So with that, we basically know that that picture was kept clean. I think I think really does keep clean. So we basically had to deal with a lot of people wanting to wonder what that is. It's an owl that has been with our family for uh, before I was born. That's a 1970s picture. So I was born in 1979. I'm not an owl, but basically that picture just sometimes make people tired and they think that I'm an owl and I'm not. So if you're out there and you don't know what to do still, just remember talk to counselor whenever you can. They have 24-hour hotlines available for people who need to talk to a counselor and solve some of the problems. Speak up and say something, because when you say something, it actually does get better. Hey, thank you. When you do say something to a counselor, they're able to keep it confidential and help you however way they could. Because when you say something about it, actually does get better when you say verbalize it and stuff like that. So verbalize. Thank you. Peace in.